Good morning, everyone. I want to spend some time today talking to you about our language, the way as instructors we speak, and maybe notice it in parents. Um, this could be a kind of a life skill also that you could be teaching mainly to the parents, not so much to the kids. But as instructors, I think we should be aware of our language. And there's nothing more soul crushing and more motivational crushing than struggling to succeed at something and finding out that success and failure are both being punished. What does that mean? So a lot of times I notice a parent who's always trying to get their kid to be more social, or we try to get try to do what they want to do, and the tone of the voice and the language of the parent is something like with an attitude of, "Oh, you decided to join us today," and that language, the tone of language, or saying things like, "Oh, finally, you decided to join us," or the kids here we usually put the shoes away and clean up, and that's part of the curriculum here. And the parent turns around to them in front of everybody, "Why don't you do that at home? Oh my God, you know." And I wanna talk to you about that because sometimes we say that in the name of being cute, but that language is it crushes the soul and crushes their self-esteem. We should be we should be really celebrating that kind of behavior rather than tolerating it and putting out in their faces. It's the whole same concept about that I'm strongly believe in is that we don't want to teach what not to do. We want to teach what to do. So asking someone to don't bring your knee up is you're not asking him for an action. So the asking for action, preferably positive, will be raise your legs rather than don't do something. Right? Do you understand the difference between the language? And I see a lot of times, I'm sometimes with my own kids, you know, that the tone of the voice and is we want them to do something and they do it. It's like, oh God, thank God you did it, man. I mean, you finally, about time you do this. And I just don't think that's the most beneficial way for us to train our staff, our students, our families. And so I want you guys to think about that and look at the voice that we use, and try to celebrate someone's trying to succeed. Because we don't want to give mixed messages that, that you're trying to succeed, but succeed or failure, you're still going to be punished for it by my language. You know. Anyway, it's an incredible concept to be aware of the language that comes out, but be aware of the what comes out of the mouth and the tonality of the voice, and make sure it's not one of the worst things I can do to my child. And unfortunately, I'm going to confess my own sins. I've done this. I talk to him sometimes in the language of disgust, like, "I cannot believe you did that. Why don't you know? Like, why don't you do this better? I cannot believe you." And I just think that's such a soul crushing, horrible way of speaking to someone that you love. Anyway, just my 2 cents. And I would love to know your feedback about this. And I can talk to you about a whole different way that we're doing this. So let me know if you're interested, if you can relate to the subject at all. Thank you.